Dreaming of a summer day with palm trees and sunny rays and sunflower fields.
Hey everyone, it's Mel. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing yoga for energy. So this is going to warm up your entire body. You're going to feel super fluid in your spine and hopefully getting a nice sweat. So begin in a seated meditation, closing your eyes and setting the intention for the next 20 minutes or so. Slowly blink your eyes open and then push your palms away from your body, kind of like cat pose, and then inhale as you arch like cow pose. Going back and forth, really breathing into the spine and warming up your core. Moving with the breath, release the bind and just sway back and forth. Nice, let's come to hands and knees. Moving through a fun little flow. Let's start in child's pose. So your hips are right over your ankles. You're going to come up into hands and knees. Go for a yoga push-up with your knees. Okay, so kind of like chest, chin, and knees. Inhale up for upward facing dog, and then exhale back to child's pose. So we're gonna go through that a few times to your own breath. Make it fun. You can kind of get really into it by arching and really rounding your spine, and even add in a few extra push-ups. Nice. After you've done a few, meet me in downward facing dog and begin to pedal your heels, bending one knee at a time, or even dropping your hips from right to left. Swiveling your heels over towards the right and then the left. All right, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, press the heels down. Go back and forth or one at a time. Look forward and tippy toe walk all the way up behind your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, flat back. Exhale, folds. Last time, inhale. Exhale, take the bind behind the back as you're in your forward fold, pushing your hands away to really open up your shoulders. You can sway side to side or just stay still, and then make your way to standing at the top of your mat, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, folds. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands to a plank. Slowly lower down for the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Okay, doing 3 more of those fun little flows from upward facing to child's pose, making them as fluid as you can. We're going to add on here, going for half camel, swinging the left arm behind you, hand is on the right ankle, switching to the left side, and then coming through center, taking both hands to your low back or to your ankles for a full camel. Open up your heart, really drop your head back, squeezing your butt, squeezing your core, and then slowly come out of it. Amazing. Moving through another chaturanga, or just meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal your heels and take 3 breaths. Looking forward, tippy toe, walk all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Doing 2 more of those, just like we did before. And then after the third, take the bind behind the back. Really push your arms away from your body. And then you'll make your way to standing, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Okay, this is where we add on. Inhale, flat back. Extend the left leg behind you into modified warrior 3, and then you're going to plant the foot behind you into side angle. All right, keeping a nice 90-degree bend in the front knee, and open up to dragonfly twist. You can make it harder by opening it further into horizon lunge. From there, plant the hands and fold into pyramid pose. Stepping the left foot forward right into chair pose, okay? And then forward fold. Let's change sides. So right leg goes behind you, flexing the toes, and then plant it behind for side angle. Staying nice and low in the front arm, plant the right and open up for dragonfly twist or horizon lunge, which is where you drop onto the pinky toe side of the foot and really drop your hip down lower. All right, twist to the front, both feet are facing forward, and fold into pyramid. Beautiful. Look forward, plant the right next to the left, right into chair pose. We're moving really fast today, so just know that this is going to truly get your energy going and raise your heart rate. So this is kind of like cardio, feels so amazing. All right, forward fold. When you're ready, you can challenge your balance by going onto your tippy toes and holding this forward fold. All right, step back to a plank, lower down, going through upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Pedal your heels and inhale, right leg lifts. Changing the flow, bend the knee open, try to go for a nice big back bend. And then tap right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale across the body to the left tricep, open it up for fallen star. All right, dropping down, wide straddle, side bend over towards the left toe. Come through center and side bend over to the right. Inhale up, plant the hand behind you, and come back to three-legged dog exactly how you came in. Okay, instead of stepping the foot through, you're going to drop onto your shin right into pigeon pose. This is where you get your break in the flow, holding here for 3 to 5 breaths. Beautiful. Bringing your heart up, and you're just lifting onto your right shin and you're opening up for modified side plank, and we're taking 5 taps, elbow to knee. Okay, really crunching your core, your obliques here, and then after you've done your 5, take the bind behind you and kick into your foot for a nice back bend. Beautiful. Releasing the foot, and right away, right leg up to the sky for your three-legged dog. Step the foot through into a low lunge. All right, hands to heart center, shifting front and back a few times, and inhale your arms up for crescent. Reach your arms forward, squeezing your core, and then reach the arms behind you. Arms forward, and then arms back. Okay, keeping a bend in the front knee and making sure that you're not resting your upper body on your leg. After you've done about 3 or 4, open it up right away to Skandasana to the left leg. Stand it up and lunge to Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, and then plant the hands down to downward facing dog. Okay, left side, left leg lifts, bend the knee open, big back bend, and then take your tap to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, tap right elbow and open it up for that big star. Drop it down, wide straddle, and then take your side bends, left and right. Okay, you know where we're going. Lift it back up, three-legged dog, and then sit right down into pigeon. Slowly come out of sleeping pigeon and lift onto your shin right away. Side plank modified, and go for your 5 taps. Really bending your knee and squeezing your elbow to your knee, feeling your obliques. Okay, after you've done 5, go for the bind and kick into the foot for a nice big back bend. When you're ready, release the bind right away into 3-legged dog. Step it through, keeping nice and low into the lunge. All right, inhale, arms up, crescent warrior, and then reach the arms in front. You know where we're going. Swing the arms behind you and then forward. Behind you 3 times. Squeezing the core, staying so low in the legs. All right, open up. And Skandasana to the right leg. Sitting nice and low, and then stand it up. Lunging in the left, warrior 2. Flip the palm, reverse. To downward facing dog. Plant the hands. Add in a chaturanga if you want to. Or just meet me in down dog. All right, walking your hands to your feet this time. And forward fold over your legs. Going for Pada Gustasana. So we're taking our peace fingers with our big toes and we're folding deep. Elbows can be to the side or right by your legs. All right, releasing that and then swim the palms underneath your feet for Padahastasana. Same thing, inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold deep. Again, pulling the elbows to the side. This is also feels really good on the wrists. I like to kind of like massage my wrists with my toes. So you can try to do the same. Just be careful because if you fall, it's not going to be fun. Okay, releasing that and then sit right down into chair pose. We're changing it up this time, taking hands to heart center and then twisting over to the right. So you're twisting your left elbow outside of the right knee. Right, come back through center and then switch sides. Nice, inhale, chair pose. Okay, plant the hands in front of you, about a foot in front of your feet, and we're gonna take crow pose. Okay, just slowly try to lift up your feet. Always make sure that you're lifting your chin so you don't roll forward. If you want to add on here and go for a headstand, you just drop your head down, your chin is towards your chest, top of your crown, and then lift up for headstand, doing whatever variations that you want. So take whatever in kind of inversion that you want here. If you want to just continue to work crow, go ahead, but this is your playtime. Okay, slowly begin to make your way back down to the earth if you are inverted. We're going to meet in Malasana yoga squat. So you can kind of shift left and right, open up your hips. We're going to take a couple twists here. So staying nice and still now. Inhale the left arm to the sky, and you can even take the bind behind the back like so, where your right arm is in front of your right shin. Okay, changing sides, right arm up, and then take the twist or the bind behind the back, keeping your gaze to the sky. Coming back through center, you can lift onto your tippy toes to make it harder. Balance challenge. All right, and I'm going to burn out your leg. So you can always hold the squat if you would like, or to challenge yourself, go for the jump squats. I'm also just beginning to do some pulses first, and then here's where I add on. So whatever you want to do, go ahead and do so now. Really try to get your heart rate up. This is building your endurance and building strong legs so we can get even deeper into our flexibility when we stretch after this. So keep the jump squats going, or you can just hold a squat and do some pulses. You can even try to lift onto your tippy toes. Beautiful. Release into a forward fold. Okay, I'm just going to take you through one more flow, and we're going to add on some abs here. So walk yourself to a high plank, squeezing your core, and then take some hip dips left and right, making sure that your butt isn't sticking up to the sky or dropping down to the mat. Going for 10, back and forth. After you've done 10, make your way through a vinyasa, low push-up to upward facing or cobra and downward facing dog. We only have a little bit left of this flow, so step the right foot forward. Let's finish it up. Drop onto your back knee, open up. All right, looking back, and begin to kick your back foot to your butt a few times. So this is kind of like warming up your hamstring for your quad stretch. So the more strong your hamstring is, the stronger and deeper you can get into the quad muscles. So after a few kicks, take the bind and really pull for that stretch. To make it harder, you can go onto the right tippy toe or even drop down onto the left forearm. 3 more breaths. Release the bind and right away shift the hips back for half seated splits. Flexing the right toes to your face and just surrendering. All right, open up. You're coming to the long edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. You can take the bind behind your back if you want to, or just hold your ankles. This is how we are changing sides. So shift all the way over towards the back of the mat and step the feet back, coming to a high plank, going right back into those hip dips left and right. Taking 10, breathing, our last little core exercise, and then going through the left side of this flow. So downward facing dog, left leg lifts, step the foot through, nice, and then drop onto the back knee. Open it up, looking to the back of the foot, first just holding this hip stretch, and then begin to kick towards your butt a few times. Okay, keeping the foot bent, grab the bind, and going for the quad stretch. Again, you can drop onto the forearm or lift onto the tippy toe or both. Holding for 3 deep, long breaths. Okay, release the bind, shift the hips back for Ardha Hamanasana, half seated split. Inhale, step to the side of the mat for a wide-legged forward fold. Exhale as you fold deep. You can take any kind of variation, hands on the ankles, going for the bind, behind the back, or in front. All right, release that. We're going to turn to pivot to the front of the mat, step it back for downward facing dog, dropping your knees down right into child's pose, taking a moment to come back to your breath. However you want to get there, you're going to meet me on your backs and plant the feet, going into a bridge flow. So we're taking a few bridges by lifting the hips and then lowering 5 to 10 times. Okay, really getting into the back body, burning it out. After you've done a few, you're going to hold at the top and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to go right into shoulder stand or halasana. So first beginning to bring your legs up for candlestick, and then you're going to drop the legs down to the ground behind you for halasana. You can take the bind with your hands, push it away from your back, and then do any kind of leg variations of your choosing, and then slowly make your way back down to the earth. Bringing your knees in, giving yourself the biggest hug that you can today. Squeeze everything, and then take a big exhale out of the mouth. Nice. Dropping the knees over towards the right, taking a spinal twist. Making our way to a more normal breath. Allowing your body to decompress after lots of movement today. I hope you feel nice and present, energized, but also calm. Make sure to switch sides, bringing your knees towards the left, gaze is to the right. Okay, coming back through center, last pose, opening up for happy baby. You can rock your hips left and right, making sure that you're pushing your low back to the mat. The feet should be flexed, pushing up to the sky, pulling your feet so your knees come closer to your armpits. Okay, closing your legs, bringing them up to the sky, pulling for a nice forward fold and hamstring stretch. Nice. Making your way down for our last resting pose, Savasana, however you want to get there. Feet are at the corners of the mat and your palms are facing to the sky. Rest. Slowly begin to waken the body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. nodding your head no and nodding your head yes. Making your way up to a seated meditation whenever you'd like. Bringing your hands to your lap or your knees, taking a few last moments to remind yourself how amazing you are for making time to come to your mat today. Bring your hands to heart center, reminding yourself to have clear and loving intentions. Bring your hands to your forehead, reminding yourself to have clear and loving thoughts. Bring your hands to your third eye, reminding yourself to listen to your intuition. Bring your hands to your mouth, reminding yourself to have clear and loving communication. And back down to your heart, bowing your chin. Namaste, my loves. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Mwah. See you in my next video.